and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lawley. Today we're coming to you from the fantastic National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City.
We're checking out their newest permanent exhibit that caters to kids and adults too.
Jennifer Reynolds shows us Licho Koshkimo.
Licho Koshkimo, which is the Chickasaw word for let's play, was a brainchild of the Annie Oakley Society, 10 years in the making.
That decade of devotion culminated in this extensive outdoor play space at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum, where kids of diverse backgrounds can experience their own ancestors' history and have a lot of fun doing it.
The most important thing that we really want to convey is that there are multiple stories here in the West.
Holly and Cecil Gray of Yukon brought their children Talo and Glory to the museum, hoping they'd find a place where their family could experience the culture and history that for multiple generations, Native children like theirs were forbidden to learn. It's a quest that's even printed on the kids' shirts.
It's a picture of a Native child writing on a chalkboard, teaching me my history, and that speaks volumes to us.
Because of the fact that at one time, our history, our culture, our traditions were being taken. They were taken from us in the schools. And so it hurts, to think about, but at the same time, there's nothing we can do about it at this point but try to learn all that we can so that we can teach them.
The museum is hoping that's exactly what Licho Koshkimo will provide, an authentic representation of the diverse tribal cultures from across the United States.
It's all from the communities themselves, their voice, and that was something that was really important, to tell their story from their voice and have that represented in an authentic way. Also, the structures, besides the building materials, are represented as accurately in the space as possible. We've downsized a lot of the dwellings by half just so we could fit them in the space, but you can still experience a traditional layout, how they would look, and how their iconography is represented within the dwellings.
There's pictures.
Sounds like fun. Oh, it's a scavenger hunt.
The experience rings true for Holly and Cecil.
I'm really impressed by the detail that they put inside of each dwelling, the teepee. I like the wide open area the kids get to run and play, the playground. They even got a little bit of a hands-on with the puzzles, the corn mill.
Whoa, Talo's squishing his up real good. And this helps you identify with more who you are, as not only in person, but, if your tribe is here represented, it does give you that sense of pride.
Is it a good thing for kids?
Oh yes, definitely.
And Cecil says it's a good thing for him and Holly as well.
We still try and learn all this stuff because it was completely stripped of our parents and grandparents. That's why this exhibit is important, because it's doing its part in preserving that very important piece of history. And what's important to our hearts is our tribal people and our culture and how it was. And so that's why I really like this exhibit.
At the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum, I'm Jennifer Reynolds for Discover Oklahoma.
Plan your visit to the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum to see it for yourself. Or if you feel safer exploring from home, you can take a virtual tour online at nationalcowboymuseum.org. But if you're looking for a longer getaway, we suggest to stay at an Oklahoma State Park.
Actually one of many, but we're going to talk specifically right now about Sequoyah State Park in Hulbert, and we're going to hit the trails there.
The relaxing sounds of nature. Sometimes it is as if the birds are inviting us rather enthusiastically to join them, to relax, to listen and embrace the calming ripple effects of taking a walk or hike. There are 7 trails at Sequoyah State Park, totaling 12 miles, and all are different.
The fossil trail that leaves from behind the Nature Center is a fan favorite because it's aptly named. You can see some really cool fossils along the way, and there are also really pretty water views. But then at the northern end of the park, we have more of our shortleaf pine ecosystem. And so we have the Whispering Pines Trail, again, aptly named. And it has these beautiful, tall pine trees.
Whether for fitness or leisure, or if you just want to stop and explore and learn about the animals and vegetation of the area, you will find a trail to meet your purpose.
Our kids love it. Just getting out, being in nature, seeing things. This one right here, she loves nature. She loves insects and snakes.
I like just being outside, and I like getting them out so they can burn some of their energy up, but just the scenery. I like looking at the lake and the trails, the trees.
Mom, you're
different
tasty.
Plants and flowers we can see out while we're walking around.
The trails start at the northern end of the peninsula and snake their way to the southern tip. Since Sequoia is a peninsular park, most of the trails are linear and not looped, but they all connect to the road or to each other.
We see a lot of families come through here at the park because of our great facilities, so they can stay at the lodge or they can come tent or RV camp, and while they're here, they're taking their family out on trails. I do see some couples who usually have their hiking poles and their backpacks, and they're in for a little bit of a longer endeavor. And then we do have people that come by themselves that just want to simply enjoy the quiet out in nature.
I like this trail because there's a lot of deer, and if you walk down on the road and look back up around dusk, you'll always see bucks up in this area. You don't always see bucks. They kind of hide out, but the deer you can see.
I love all the vegetation, just the all nature of it. It's just grandeur with the rocks and the plants and the animals that we see up here, and the birds. The birds are like, you can hear every bird known to mankind when you're on this trail.
For many, hiking is relaxing. It's the perfect time to unplug, but as Angelina told us, the best way to be prepared is to be over-prepared.
I would pack a little day pack with some water and a snack in case you're going to need it. And you always want to make sure you're wearing proper footwear. So for me, that means closed-toed shoes and good socks, because you're not going to want to roll your ankle, and you also want to prevent any little biting animals that may come out. I also wear full pants year-round, not shorts, because you could brush up against some poison ivy or a greenbrier. So it's better to just proceed with caution. I always wear bug spray and sunscreen and have a hat.
It's been statistically proven being outside is just better for you. Being in these beautiful surroundings and enjoying some outdoor fun is a powerful antidote to the constant distraction of our digital lives. For some, hitting the trails here is also part of a tradition.
We've been coming out as a family for 40 years, doing the trail with kids, and then just kept on coming.
I do enjoy coming and meeting my mom up here. Sometimes my kids will come up there with us. We love looking around and seeing what we can, the nature, the weather.
And who can forget those early memories of enjoying nature?
I enjoy all the stuff that's here. It's really pretty.
You can book your overnight stay at an Oklahoma State Park at the website travelok.com or download the app and book it right on your phone.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
I love the turkey and brie apple sandwich. I've had a lot of the salads on the flatbreads, the prosciutto fig and goat cheese, the Mediterranean. They're all awesome.
A great meal and a good glass of wine will show you where you can find both.
We wanted to come up with something kind of fun and lighthearted that a kid could remember, and Pink Elephant sounded better than Blue Monkey. Like, we just were mixing different things, and that's what we came up with.
And how one of the most popular snow cone shops got its name.
Farmers, meat producers, egg producers, anything food related, no pesticides, no herbicides, no antibiotics, hormones.
Plus, visit the farmers market without waiting for the weekend. It's all ahead right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Start your next journey with the Travel OK Trip Planner. First, choose an itinerary or build your own. Share travel plans with friends and let the adventure begin. The Travel OK Trip Planner. Download the app today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City. At a time when all of us could use a break from everything that's going on in the world, this is the perfect place to come and lose yourself in the incredible works of art.
I would agree, but you may also just want a nice day out at a winery and a bistro. Right now, Julie Chin is going to take us to Water's Edge in Broken Arrow.
Water's Edge Winery and Bistro brings the wine country experience to Broken Arrow. Here you'll find locally crafted food and wine to make the perfect pair.
Cheers.
From sparkling wine to sangria, Water's Edge Winery and Bistro serves up a taste of it all.
Coming here is more about an experience that you get. You not only get it with the food, but you also get it with all the different wines that we have.
Michelle Dean handcrafts her small batch original wines here in this room next to the Water's Edge kitchen.
What we do is import must from all over the world. We get it from all throughout California. We get New Zealand and some from Italy, and we're able to kind of pick and choose what type of must we want. So we've got some very unique wines. We bring it here, and then it's in a juice form. Sometimes we have grapes, just depends on where we're getting it from. And then we ferment, bottle, blend, do all of that to make the wine.
You'll find over 50 wines here, and Michelle is making new blends all the time. Many are named after roses, a nod to the urban winery's roots in Broken Arrow's Rose District. You can come in for a glass, a bottle, or a tasting.
She had a selection. I believe there were 4 different wines, sweets, reds, whites, a combination. And we got to sample each of those to really kind of figure out what was our favorite.
I mean, we're a retail winery, so I mean, we sell bottles and people come in all the time to just buy wine. But the good thing is they can come in and not only buy it, but they can try it before they buy it to make sure they like it.
I'm not a drinker, but we love the food so much that we just come for the food, and the coffee's awesome.
The menu features everything from appetizers to entrees to decadent desserts.
Our #1 food seller is our 5 cheese grilled cheese sandwich with the tomato soup. People love it. We have a Mediterranean flatbread that's fabulous.
The food here is some of the best that I've had. My favorite is one of the roast beef, which is absolutely amazing.
I love the turkey and brie apple sandwich. I've had a lot of the salads on the flatbreads, the prosciutto fig and goat cheese, the Mediterranean. They're all awesome.
Water's Edge takes reservations, and you can rent out the winery for special events. You can also print personalized labels or join the wine club, which includes discounts and more.
And people really start to enjoy wine in a different level, you know. We have special wine tastings and pairings with cheese or with food items. We have a members night where we do a lot of barrel tastings for all of our members.
Coming here and actually being a member, it's kind of like an extended family now. It's really nice.
Water's Edge Winery and Bistro. When you stop in, prepare to be wined and dined.
With all of the different restaurants that you guys feature on your show, I would say this is definitely one that you would not want to miss. It's worth the trip, it's worth the experience. The wine is awesome, and you'll definitely enjoy the menu.
Happy anniversary.
30 years.
In Broken Arrow, I'm Julie Chin, discovering Oklahoma.
Water's Edge Winery and Bistro is located at 116 South Main Street in Broken Arrow. Hit up their website for hours, or you can order online.
So that's a great place for a break for mom and dad.
But let's not forget about the kids. I'm sure they would be very happy to find a souped-up snow cone shop.
And I've got just the place. Come with me now to the Pink Elephant in Elgin. The Pink Elephant in Elgin is a spot where you can start your day with delicious breakfast and coffee, grab a bite to eat for lunch, and grab a snow cone on a hot summer day, and it's all handmade with love.
We started small with a snow cone stand. We kind of just dived in not knowing what we were doing, but we kind of figured it out, and then the second year we decided we wanted to add coffee, so we expanded. Got a bigger building, got in contact with Elemental Coffee and in Oklahoma City, and they kind of guided us through how to do everything. Now we've been here for 5 years.
Pink Elephant got its name because owner Sarah decided it would be catchy and memorable.
We wanted to come up with something kind of fun and lighthearted that a kid could remember, and Pink Elephant sounded better than Blue Monkey. Like, we just were mixing different things, and that's what we came up with. Her name is Penelope. I drew her, the coffee version that's up on the window.
It all started with snow cones, and they're a huge hit.
Snow cones are definitely very versatile and very fun. On the menu, we've got about 55 flavors, 55 to 60 flavors. We've added a couple of them last year that were very popular, and I can't wait to make those for you today. But you know, kids mix and match and make their own flavors, and sometimes we add them to the menu.
Now they've grown beyond snow cones. They offer breakfast and coffee drinks every morning and lunch 3 days a week. Every day the menu is different and it's always delicious.
We share a building with a different restaurant, and so we kind of straddle the week. I'm Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and he's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but I'm always open in the mornings. Homemade scones, quiche. I have a bagel lady, and she's wonderful, so she brings me fresh baked bagels in the mornings. We have yogurt, a lot of gluten-free options, healthier dairy options. We have loaded breakfast sweet potatoes, which is just a really big baked sweet potato with scrambled eggs, really thick cut bacon and avocados and some seasonings, so those are really good. That's a popular option. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays we do kind of like wraps and salads.
I prefer breakfast because she makes really good cinnamon rolls, and those are like my favorite. And then coffee just fuels my whole day.
Speaking of coffee, you can grab any kind of coffee creation here at Pink Elephant.
So I was trained with classical Italian drinks. So double shots that are perfectly measured out, and then we have like cortados, macchiatos, cappuccinos, mochas, and lattes, which are traditional Italian drinks.
My favorite thing is a dirty chai. Dirty chai is my favorite. So it's a chai with espresso in it. So the flavors are really good.
If you're in Southwest Oklahoma and need a cup of coffee and breakfast, stop at the Pink Elephant. Or if it's delicious lunch you're after, the Pink Elephant has you covered. Or maybe it's a hot Oklahoma summer day and a snow cone would hit the spot. You guessed it, Pink Elephant can take care of you. Be sure to stop in and see them.
It's definitely something different in Elgin because there's nothing really like it. The Pink Elephant is located at 7641 State Highway 277 in Elgin. Check their website or Facebook page for information on their hours.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
I've said many, many times, I just want a sacred space for people to come that live and work in our community to have a professional and awesome place to display their wares.
You know, we got everything from a 10-year-old little girl
making hair scrunchies
to an 85-year-old man growing tomatoes.
There's something for everyone at this community spot. We'll take you there.
Home-style cooking is what it's about.
And the hot spot for comfort food in northwestern Oklahoma. It's all coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide's got a fresh new look. It's your one-stop shop for awe-inspiring attractions, iconic Route 66, stunning escapes, and legendary local food. Get your free copy today.
Welcome back to the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City, where there's so much to explore. Another spot you can wander away your hours is at your local farmers market.
And Quinn Trend found one tied to a co-op in Edmond. It's time to check that out.
This isn't a typical farmers market or mercantile. Visit here 7 days a week to get produce, poultry, meat, and more grown by Oklahoma farmers. It's called Conscious Community Co-op, located off of Waterloo in Edmond, Oklahoma. The mission reflects its name.
We love networking with those who live among us, and doing that though requires a conscious choice. And you know, you have to choose. It is a little more difficult to buy local. It is a little more expensive to buy local. But if you consciously make that choice, you're building community and you're continuing to build a cooperative group of people. So that was really my heart, our heart, when we were trying to come up with the name, is how do we encompass all of it in what we're trying to accomplish.
Jennifer and Chris Webster have accomplished much in a short time. The farming couple opened Conscious Community Co-op in 2019 to support area farmers. Within months, the market expanded, showcasing the talents of other local people.
I've said many, many times, I just want a sacred space for people to come that live and work in our community to have a professional and awesome place to display their wares.
You know, we got everything from a 10-year-old little girl
making hair scrunchies
to an 85-year-old man growing tomatoes, you know, so yeah, it's real awesome.
Conscious Community started with just a dozen vendors to now more than 120. All of these items must be homemade, handmade, and the approach is the same on this side of the market. All produce is locally grown, in season.
Farmers, meat producers, egg producers, anything food related, no pesticides, no herbicides, no antibiotics, hormones, things like that. Definitely no GMOs.
Meats have to be pastured.
Yep.
Eggs have to be pastured.
Yep.
No GMO feeds.
Yep.
Open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., shoppers will discover something new throughout the day. On this day that we're here, it's Warm Bread Wednesday.
I love bread. I think bread is one of my favorite things to bake. It's such a memory from helping my mom and, smelling it when we come into the kitchen or come home from school, and there's like something amazing that you're gonna have with dinner.
Amanda Wilson operates Yarrow Head Farms. She's a certified organic farmer and baker. She appreciates that the co-op is a place to support farmers, healthy eating, and local products.
Seeing, I think, not even just us as Yarrowhead, but like seeing other vendors and the creativity that people bring in these doors all the time, I think it's very inspiring.
You never know what comes in.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it fun.
The Websters say nothing gets wasted here, especially the produce. Any unsold produce goes to the Mexican restaurant in-house that offers unique coastal dishes made from scratch. We'll be back on a day the restaurant is open. It's another story for another day. In Edmond, Oklahoma, Quintran, Discover Oklahoma.
You'll find the Conscious Community Co-op at 2900 Waterloo Road in Edmond. They're open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
We make our own French fry. We season our own chicken fried steak. It's all home cooked, home grown.
Fresh, never frozen, the cafe that says they do nothing but home cooking, coming up when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Want to discover even more about the show? Go online and watch Discover Oklahoma anywhere, anytime. Catch up on missed episodes, track down interesting locations, and submit your own story ideas. Start exploring today at discoveroklahomatv.com.
We have really enjoyed our time here today at the Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum.
And as we get close to wrapping up another show, it's time to find a place to eat.
Photojournalist Casey Kennedy takes us to the Crooked Arrow Café in Seiling.
We have a lot of good people here. Everybody knows everybody. We get a lot of people here local that eats here breakfast every morning. We have a real good breakfast. Cheapest place in town. We have a ringer burger. We have any kind of burger you want. We have curly fries, beer battered fries. We have a fried okra. About anything you want. We get a lot of hunters in. We had a bunch of them in this morning. They hunt and they come in and eat breakfast after they get through hunting.
Every time we hunt, after the time we come in for the day or lunch, supper, we come here and eat. I get a hamburger steak. It's great. I enjoy it.
It's down-home cooking, and everybody in here is very friendly, and we enjoy it.
Home-style cooking is what it's about. We make our own ranch. We make everything pretty much here. We do buffet 7 days a week. We close on Sunday at 2 o'clock. We cook everything. We make our own. We make our own French fry. We season our own chicken fried steak. It's all home cooked, home grown. We home make everything here pretty much. We don't buy a lot off the trucks. We like to do our own. Like we make our homemade bread. We sell a lot of homemade bread. We have very good staff. We're proud of all of them.
The Crooked Arrow Café is located at 208 South Main Street in Seiling. They're open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 6 to 2 on Sunday.
No matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. All you have to do is log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A huge thank you to our friends here at the Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum for hosting us this week. You can find everything you need to plan your visit here at their website, nationalcowboymuseum.org.
Coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're headed under the sea, but in Oklahoma. We'll see what's new at the Oklahoma Aquarium.
And hop on your bike and take a tour. We'll show you how it all works next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.
you.